guys, it's Jade, and today I'm back with another back to school video. So today's video is going to be all about how to get the A, habits of 4.0 students, and basically just high school advice in general. Last year I made a video about freshman advice, and if you guys want to check that out, the link will be up here somewhere or in the down bar, and you should definitely feel free to check that out. I am currently in my junior year of high school, so I kind of feel like I have some experience. I want to share my advice with you and basically what I've learned in the past couple of years, and like just how to get good grades and keep up and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what this video is going to be about. So if you guys want to know some words of wisdom, then make sure to keep on watching and let's get on with the video. So my first tip is to always keep a planner to keep yourself organized, and this is my planner I picked up off of Amazon. They have a lot of cute ones at like Target and stationery stores and stuff like that, but honestly anything is good just to keep you organized. So most planners should have like a calendar for each month, and I write tests that I have, projects I have, big events that I'm going to need to be at. Basically on these I'll just write down my homework for the day, or if a teacher says there's going to be a test on Friday, then I can write to study for that test. I have gone a couple times without writing things in my planner and I forgot that there was a quiz the next day, and you know, just having this really helps you out and you won't forget about things, and it's great to just keep yourself organized in general. Another thing that I like to do to organize myself is, I don't have it with me right now, but I have this binder and I have 3 clear plastic folder things, and I have one for homework, one for completed work, and one for handouts, like something I need to sign or something like that. Just to keep myself super organized, and it's great. I have not lost a single paper. My next tip is to take a lot of notes. And even if your teacher doesn't tell you you need to take notes, or they don't have specific notes for you to copy down, you should always be taking notes on things you're reading or things that they're talking about. Basically any time that a teacher is giving you information, you should be writing about it. I cannot tell you the amount of times that my teachers have given me a test on something that I didn't have notes on, and I was just like, but you never gave us notes on this. If they mentioned it even in passing for like a sentence, they have the right of way to give it to you on a test. So you should always be taking notes on everything that they say that might be important for a test, or honestly just general information that you might want to use at some point. Even if they don't end up testing you on it, at least you have it in case. Going along with the notes things, I always like to take really nice notes. I highlight, I put things in boxes, I'll draw little drawings, and just anything to help me remember it. When I'm studying, it's a lot easier to study off of pretty notes. Not just because they're pretty, but because they're very organized. If I have like vocab in Spanish, then I will highlight my vocab, or I'll write it in a different color pen, so that when I'm looking for my vocab, if I have a quiz tomorrow, then I don't have to flip through pages of notes because I know what color to look for and I'll find it in a couple seconds. I have a lot of highlighters and pens. These are my, oh, that's a pen. These are my favorite highlighters in the entire world. You can get them off Amazon. They are the mild liners, and they are super popular in journaling and stuff like that, especially for bullet journals. They're really popular, but I love using them for all my notes and journaling. But notes, they're great. They're super fun and pretty. They have tons of colors. I have 15 of them. But on one side, it is a highlighter, which is awesome. But the other side is a marker too. So you can have like 2 purposes for each one of these. When you're reading a book for a class, I always take notes and I highlight things that are important. So I'll highlight details, quotes, main points, or things that I think are interesting, that remind me of something, and I'll just write down on the side basically what I think about it. When you're writing an essay or you're going to be taking a test on it, it really helps to study off of and find things quickly than flipping through the whole book looking through that for that one quote that you really liked. And also your teachers will find it super impressive that you are trying to figure out what the book is talking about, and it also gives you really good like discussion points. Don't be afraid to participate in class. Always ask questions, answer questions, volunteer to read something. Teachers really like that. They'll just really appreciate that you are trying to learn more and trying to get into the class. Even if you don't like the class, still try and come up with questions that are meaningful. When you sit in the front row, it shows that you're interested in the class and that you want to work hard. It's just a lot easier to learn when you are towards the front than the back, because you are more engaged because you're in front of the teacher. It's always a good idea to sit in the front. I try to as much as possible. It really just helps me out. Befriend upperclassmen. A lot of people have gone through the classes you're going into. They know what it's like. They know what the teachers are like. They know if you should spend your time on that class or not. And it's honestly really helpful because then you know what you're going into. The counselor knows about the class itself, but they might not know how a teacher teaches it. I always get the phone number of at least one person in each class. So if I miss school or I don't understand the homework or something, I can get notes or help from them. Do projects or essays or anything like that on things that actually mean something to you. So I had to do an essay for philosophy that was on something I've done or that I want to do that will affect the world or other people and their lives. I go to a school where a lot of people go on mission trips and go do volunteer work and stuff like that. And that's definitely a good thing to write about and it's a good thing to do. But I wanted to kind of do something different because I thought a lot of people would write about going on their mission trip, and I've done that, and I was thinking, well, maybe I'll do that. I wanted to give my teacher something that he doesn't see as often, and I don't know, maybe he does see this a lot. I wrote my essay on basically what I want to do when I grow up, which is be in computer science, and I basically wrote about how I think that can help the world and how that can help other people. Teachers can really tell when you are interested in what you are doing and if you're being fake or not. They've seen enough of people's work that they know when somebody is not being genuine. Know your limits. If you don't have time to be in that club or you don't have time for another AP class on top of all your other honors classes and AP classes, don't do it, because you honestly will really regret it. I cannot stress that enough. Like last year my schedule was insane because I was trying to do everything at once, and it really just wears you down. You won't give your full effort and work into all of your classes if you are so stressed and you're trying to get everything done and be in every club. It just makes everything really difficult. When you're less stressed and you're enjoying the classes you're in, then you'll definitely perform a lot better and you won't be so tired and worried about everything. Yeah. I hope you guys like can't hear the fan, but it was like 5 bajillion degrees in my room and I'm wearing a jacket. So as soon as you get notes for a class, start making note cards or make a Quizlet or whatever you like to use. Just start studying right when you get the notes. That gives you more long-term memory than trying to cram everything in one night and remember it the next day on the test. If you are using Quizlet, I don't know if a lot of people use this because I feel like I've talked about it before to like friends and stuff, and they don't use it. But there's a feature on Quizlet called Learn, and when you make your terms and definitions, then you can click Learn and it will give you your question and then you have to type in the answer. And if you get it wrong, then it just keeps on moving on, and then when you're done with everything, then you do all the wrong ones again until you get everything right. It's just easier for me to repeat things over and over, and then I will remember it. Honestly, all of Quizlet is awesome. You can test yourself. There's flashcards. The next tip I have is that when you are trying to understand things, especially in like science or something, teach yourself or teach your parents or friends or whoever wants to listen to you. So when I am trying to learn like a process in science or something like that, I'll look at my notes and try to explain how it works and basically teach myself. It's easier to get questions right when you understand them. Also, it honestly just helps you out because if you're going into college and they're asking you something that you learned in high school and you didn't understand how it worked, then that's gonna kind of suck. Okay, I have 2 other kind of random things. They're not really related to grades, but they're just kind of like advice. Start looking and preparing for college early. It will make the last 2 years of high school a lot easier if you have been preparing for a while. Start looking for scholarships. Start looking at the colleges you want to apply to. Start thinking about what you want to major in. And the last tip is just to find your passion. Colleges will really, really love it that you are committed and that you are showing them what your interests are, and it shows them how you'll affect the diversity of the school and how you'll make it a better place. If you love fine arts or you love sports, it's great to focus on that and not be like all over the place, like in 20 different clubs, because I mean, it's cool like if you want to do that. It's better to like focus on things that you really care about and not spend time in a bunch of clubs because you think you'll get you into college. You want to do it because you really have a passion for it, and if it helps you get into college, like that's cool too. So anyways, that's all my tips. I hope you guys liked it. I hope it helped you out a little bit. If you guys have any other tips to share with the world, comment them below and give some people some help for high school. I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Also, all my social media links will be in the down bar below as usual. And I hope you guys have an amazing time in high school or college or middle school or wherever you are. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Mwah.